Welcome back to V2U Research, your premier destination for Australian stock market insights. I'm your host, and today we're breaking down a pivotal session for the ASX 200. It's Wednesday, the 15th of April, 2026. The market has just closed, and we've seen some fascinating movements that every serious investor needs to understand. The S&P ASX 200 index wrapped up the day at 8,978.70. That's a modest gain of 7.90 points, or about 0.09%. Zooming out, the index has gained 0.30% over the last 5 trading days. We are currently sitting just 2.44% off our 52-week high. Investor sentiment saw a boost today as signs of continued diplomatic engagement between the United States and Iran began to surface. Geopolitical stability is often the silent driver of market momentum, and today, that news provided a much-needed floor for local equities. However, that strength was capped. Investors remain cautious ahead of the March labor market data and April inflation expectations due in the coming days. These domestic indicators are crucial. They tell us the real story of Australia's economic health and directly influence the RBA's next moves. Let's pivot to the technicals. For the traders at V2U Research, price action is just as important as the headlines. The index continues to hold firmly above the key support zone near 8,183.2. This level has acted as a strong base for several weeks now. Looking up, our near-term resistance is located around 8,940.3. This is the level bulls need to clear to spark the next leg of this rally. The Relative Strength Index, or RSI, is currently sitting at 62.22. For those new to technicals, this suggests strong bullish momentum without being overbought. At V2U, we watch these ranges closely. Staying between 8,383 and 8,940 tells us the market is in a healthy consolidation phase. Now let's look under the hood at sector performance. Interestingly, the session felt more bearish than the index gain suggests. Despite the overall gain in the S&P ASX 200, more sectors actually ended the day lower than higher. It was a day of targeted rotation. Information technology was the undisputed champion today, gaining a massive 2.41%. This is a significant rebound from its recent pullbacks. Context is everything. Even with today's jump, the tech sector is still down over 4.5% for the past 5 days. Today was a classic buy the dip scenario. Healthcare and A-REITs also found buyers, rising 0.87% and 0.75% respectively, acting as defensive pillars in today's mixed trade. On the flip side, energy was the laggard of the day, correcting 1.94%. This pulled heavily on the broader index's potential. Utilities and consumer staples followed suit, dropping 1.56% and 0.66%. It seems the defensive rotation wasn't enough to save these specific subsectors. Moving to individual stocks, there were some incredible breakout moves today that V2U Research subscribers were tracking. Evolution Mining Limited stole the show, surging 9.55%. Gold stocks are clearly back in favor as a hedge against global uncertainty. DRONESHIELD Limited also soared, up 9.09%. This defense tech company continues to capture investor imagination with its unique market position. It wasn't all green, though. LYNAS Rare Earths recorded the largest decline of the session, falling 6.84% on significant selling pressure. VIVA Energy Group also struggled, dropping 4.52%, mirroring the broader weakness we saw in the energy sector today. So, what's next? Looking ahead, there are 2 key data points that will define the rest of this week's trading. First, we'll monitor the U.S. crude oil inventories. This provides a crucial look at changes in commercial crude oil held by U.S. firms. The level of these inventories directly influences the price of petroleum products globally, which in turn impacts inflation expectations. Domestically, all eyes are on the Australian unemployment rate data. This is the ultimate test of our labor market's resilience. Strength in employment demand gives the RBA more room to breathe, while any weakness could signal a shift in monetary policy. If you found this ASX market wrap useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to V2U Research for regular updates and insights. We want to hear from you. Share your stock watch list in the comments below. Which ASX stocks are you tracking this week? Thank you for watching. Remember to trade responsibly and manage your risk carefully. We'll see you in the next market update.
Disclaimer: the information contained in this publication is general in nature and has been prepared without taking into account your objectives, financial situation, or needs. It is provided by Titan Securities, holder of Australian Financial Services, license number 307040. It is not intended to constitute personal financial advice. Investing and trading involve risk, and past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. You should consider your own objectives, financial situation, and needs before acting on any information contained herein. You should also read our financial services guide and, where relevant, the product disclosure statement and target market determination issued by the product provider. These documents are available upon request. Titan Securities accepts no liability for any loss or damage arising from reliance on this information.